Okay, so yeah, you caught me. You caught me right here, red-handed. Scrolling through my phone. Phones and gadgets and devices generally are always one of the very most important gadgets to us, or most important possessions of ours, so that we hold it very close to our hearts. And reason is often because it is with it that we can connect to our friends, our loved ones, to the world entirely. So we always hold it close to our hearts. And when we lose our phones, it's always a devastating moment. Have you ever lost your phone or your gadgets? Any of your gadgets? Probably the laptop, your iPod, your Apple wristwatch, anything at all, your laptop, whatever. How did you feel? Does it feel good? I'm sure it doesn't. Even if you have all the money to replace it, it's always very devastating, because after a while you build a type of connection with that phone, with your gadget, so that when you lose it, it's always very painful. So today I want to talk about how to safeguard your devices. Now I want to start with a story because I had an experience that left a very bitter taste in my mouth. It was many years ago. So I had this friend of mine that came into town. She's been away, and then she came into town, and then we had a talk. We were actually coming back from church. It was a Saturday evening, and then we were talking, gisting, having good time with friends, and then catching up with gists. And then we got to my house. It was getting late, I think around past 6 to 7. And then we stood there gisting. See, hot gist. We love gist. So after a while, it was getting dark, and she had her phone on. So after a while, she would scroll through and probably show me something, or cite something, or maybe show me a picture or something. We were just talking, and the conversation was so deep and intense that we didn't know we had spent a lot of time right there. And after a while, it was dark, of course, like I said, and then a guy came in front of us. I noticed someone was coming in front of us with a torchlight, and then he was just shining the torch on two of us periodically, like two of us on our faces. And I was like, stop, because I thought he was a friend or somebody that was just making a joke or something. I didn't know we were facing an armed robber. So he came, he had a knife on him, and I don't know what else, but that was what I saw, and that was what my friend saw too. So he approached us and said, give me your phone. And I was like, I'm not going to let this phone go, because previously I had lost a phone, and I had just gotten a replacement. I had my handbag on as well, and my headset was in there. So I was so angry that I was having the same experience after just a few days. So I said I wasn't going to let go. So we started dragging it, and then my friend quickly let go her own, because she didn't want to holler. For me, with the annoyance of the experience I just had a couple of months ago, I said I wasn't going to let go. So we struggled and struggled until the guy kicked me, and I didn't get myself. He took everything, and then he entered bike and zoomed off. Your guess is as good as mine. I pursued him. So you can imagine someone with 10 toes pursuing someone on bike, but I didn't mind, and I really pursued to a very long distance until I was exhausted, I was tired, I was crying, I was sweating and all. I can't even think about that. It was a terrible experience for me, but I want to share a few stories, a few lessons I learned from that event, from that experience, because I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody, not even my enemy, because it wasn't a very funny one. So one of the lessons I learned from the experience is to stop keeping late nights. So, when our parents tell us, as teenagers, when our parents tell us to come back on time, when it's 6, 7, make sure you're in the house, don't go out late in the night. You're like, Mom, let me be. I want to go out. I want to come back by 8. It's my life. It's my business. It's not your life. It's not your business, because when you're when you stand face to face with an armed robber, you suddenly realize that it's not your business. So avoid keeping late nights, okay? Even if you travel and you have to come back late, make sure you're with someone. Make sure you walk with someone, probably a guy that could protect you, even though that's not a guarantee, but at least it's a measure, okay? Again, if you're going out, probably you're in the house and then you were sent out to go buy something. This is depending on your environment though, because I know there's some environments that you are very safe. Policemen are everywhere, military guys, there's safety. But in this part of the world, safety is not always there. You are in charge of your life. Your life is your responsibility. So you just, for the most part, take care of yourself. So even if you're going out in the night, you could keep your phone. We are so addicted many times that If you're going to the toilet, you're with your phone. If you're going to the restroom, to the bathroom, you're with your phone. In the kitchen, you're with your phone. In the parlor, everywhere. So you can actually afford to keep your phone when you're going out in the night, especially if it's late. Reason being that you don't know what could happen. I mean, even if calls will come, you can always return the call when you're back, okay? And another reason you need to avoid keeping late night is if you are under attack in the night, it will be difficult for someone to come to your aid, because I mean, nobody knows what weapon your attacker is with. But if it's in the day, people can easily access you and help you, okay? So that's why it's not good to keep late night. Another thing you could do to keep yourself safe and your gadget is to avoid answering calls on the road. I know the temptation is high. I know the temptation to answer calls on the road is high, to chat on the road is high, but it's very dangerous. You know why it's dangerous? First of all, if you're chatting, you're not conscious of oncoming vehicles, and you're not conscious of people that are coming in front of you, so that you could bump into someone or fall into a gutter, into a ditch, into danger. You know, you can also run into vehicles because you're not conscious of your environment. And the thing about chatting is that when you are chatting, you are focused, your attention are all vested in what you're chatting. You're thinking of a response to give, or you're thinking of something to chat, to say in the chat room or something, so that your attention is out of the environment temporarily, so that something could happen to you. Someone could come right in front of you, slap your face and collect your phone, okay? So especially if it's dark, because when it's dark, the light of your phone is on your face and the environment is dark, so it's difficult to see and know someone coming in front of you. So that's why it's a no-no to chat in the dark. So the next thing you could do is to avoid charging your phone in public places. This one is very difficult because many times we think, oh, I need to return a call, oh, I need to send a message, oh, I need to call my friend, I need to chat with my friend, and because of that you just want to boost your phone battery and then be able to do that. So the temptation is high, so that sometimes you could even go somewhere, plug a phone and leave it, so that you're not in charge, you're not there to monitor and be sure your phone is safe. You can be sure of people around, you can't be sure of what will happen when you leave that environment. So it's safer to make sure that when you're charging your phone, you're taking care of it, you're looking at it, you're monitoring it. Plug it in an environment that is monitored. If it's in your house, you're sure it's safe 100%. But when it's outside your environment, then you have to be there and monitor it, so you don't cry hard. I know. Alright, so you could actually do all of these and still lose your phone. True or false? True. Have you ever been so careful and you still lost your gadgets, or you still lost a property? So it does happen, and because of that, I want to also share 2 more tips on what you could do to keep whatever is in your phone safe. Now, the reason some of us cry actually when we lose our phones is not because of the phone itself. The phone could worth 5,000, 10,000 and all of that. It could worth maybe small money that you can afford to replace. But the reason some of us cry actually when we lose our phones is because we know the level of contact we have there. Or probably you have a picture, a very sensitive picture that you took, or maybe you have a document of yours that you snapped. Probably you've lost the document, but you still have the pictures in your phone, so you can use it for anything, official purposes and all of that. Or you have a very important contact or whatever in the phone. So what you do is, since you are not sure, you know you can lose your phone anytime, store your contacts on Google. Google is a very safe place to store your contacts, so that even if you lose your phone, when you get a new one, you could just log in your Gmail into that phone, and then all of your contact comes right back into your phone. So when you do that, you're sure that all of your contacts are safe 100%. Then again, if you have images or things or videos or pictures that you took that are very important to you, you could also store them on Google in the cloud, okay? So that, you know, whenever you lose your phone, you will lose the phone, but you could get some essential and very important documents and contacts right back when you get the next phone. And that's it on today's video. Thank you so much for coming to watch my video today. Happy Sunday. I hope you've eaten Sunday rice. So yes, today I'm doing this video on a Sunday afternoon, so I hope you've eaten your Sunday rice. If you've not, please do, and send me love. Thank you.